Next weekend, chow down on chowder for a great cause. Marilyn Ishler and Chef Tony Lambert, they're here to tell us more about a chowder fest, and we're also going to whip up some chowder. So it's happening in South Hadley. Tell us all about it.
It's on the Common, which is at the intersection of Route 116 and 47. And we have 7 restaurants participating, and they have a choice between traditional chowder and non-traditional, which means not clam.
And regardless of what kind of chowder it is, everybody who comes gets to eat some, right?
Yes, you pay $10 and then you're given a bracelet, and you can go from restaurant to restaurant helping well, they will serve you.
And not only are you going to be helping yourself, you're going to be helping the community because the event's for the Lions Club, but
yes,
the money all goes to great organizations. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, our motto is we serve, and we cannot keep any of the money we fundraise. One of our big things is scholarships, and we give out $6,500 worth of scholarships a year. We also purchase winter clothing for children that are recommended by the school nurse. We donate to Operation Backpack, and we purchase eyeglasses. I could keep going on.
I was going to say, we
but
could talk about it all day long, but I think a lot of people, I wish people at home could smell what we're smelling because it's amazing chowder. Now, Tony, you're going to take us through a chowder recipe, just one of the many that are going to be there. Now, what are you starting with?
Well, this is just bacon. We're going to start out with rendering the fat from the bacon and then putting in a little bit of butter. This is traditional. Some people like to use salt pork. It gives it a little smoky flavor.
Yeah,
so
like a little extra dimension.
Yeah, exactly. And then as soon as that fat is rendered from the bacon, okay, it's got some little bit of butter in there. We're going to add in the onions. Okay, and you're just going to do this over sort of a medium heat. You just want the onions to become translucent. Cool. You don't want them to brown, okay? And then once that happens, once they have become translucent, okay, and they're kind of soft,
yeah,
all right, you're going to add in your flour.
Now, are we going to make a roux in a sense?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. And a roux is basically equal parts of fat and flour. And that's your thickening agent. That's what's going to make it thick. Okay?
Now, Marilyn, I'm wondering, what's some of your favorite chowder? What are you most looking forward to about this event?
Earning money.
Money for a great cause.
Raising money.
Of course.
But yes, I will get to taste some chowder, and I love clam chowder. My grandson does too.
It's such a fall food too. You know what I mean?
Yes, it is.
It's this time of year. It's chowder season.
It is the last day of summer.
Oh, that's true.
Yes.
So everybody's got to come on down and welcome in the fall by having some delicious chowder. Now, what'd you pour into there?
This was your clam juice. You need to put some clam juice in there for flavoring. And again, what's going to happen is this is going to thicken up in probably about 5 minutes. It's going to be nice and thick. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add your milk and your cream.
Now, could you cheap out a little bit and use maybe low-fat milk, or do you want to go with cream?
Absolutely,
okay,
because it's still going to thicken. Okay, it's going to be a little richer if you use cream or half and half.
A little better.
You know, it really, seriously, it doesn't matter. All right, because in the end, it's going to taste great.
Now, I see your mystery ingredient here is dill.
Dill, right. A little non-traditional.
Yeah, now what made you think to put dill in?
I went to a very famous restaurant down in Rhode Island, in Newport, and they put dill in
Really?
it. All right, this is many, many years ago. So that has become my traditional herb. You can use thyme. All right, sometimes people put celery in their clam chowder. I just go with the basics. Very simple.
You ask 10 people a clam chowder recipe, you get 10 different recipes.
10 different versions. 10 different versions.
So once again, if people want to do this, it's coming up not this weekend, but next weekend, right? The 21st.
Correct. Sunday the 21st at the South Hadley Common, and we have 7 restaurants participating, and we have been blessed with some wonderful sponsors from the community, and we just recently received $1,000 from the electric department, Shelled, and
very
we are
cool.
Very happy for that. We're almost at 4,000.
Well, I want to hear more about it later in the show, and I also want to try this because we're going to let this render down a little bit, and we'll be able to try some.
Yep, we're going to add our clams and potatoes, and by the time we come back, oh my God.
All right, well,
great.
Speaking of... We're back with Marilyn and Tony. We're finishing up making this amazing smelling chowder. We're talking about Chowder Fest. So earlier, when we left you last, you were putting everything into the chowder pot. How long do we let it cook, and what temperature do you like to keep it at?
Okay, we finished up by putting in the clams and the potatoes, which were already cooked. You don't want to cook them, you don't want to put them in raw because it'll take too long for them to cook. So cook them ahead of time, put them in probably about a half hour or so on medium heat.
Medium.
And they'll come nice and thick. The thing about it is if you don't like it too thick, you can always add a little more milk or cream to thin it out. Okay, so.
And now it's finished, and we have a finished product here, and this looks absolutely amazing. Now, when did you put the dill in? The end?
Right at the end, you want to put the crumpled bacon as a garnish, and with fresh herbs, you always want to put them at the end of cooking. Okay?
I get you.
Dry herbs in the beginning because they need to rehydrate, but fresh herbs, you want to get that fresh flavor, so you put them in at the end.
Oh, and it looks great. So this is just going to be one of the many dishes at Chowder Fest. Now, Marilyn, take us through the details one last time.
Okay, it is Sunday the 21st, and it is on the South Hadley Town Common, which is at the intersection of 116 and 47 across from Mount Holyoke College. We have 7 restaurants participating, and to join us, you pay $10.
And that's nothing for a day at Chowder.
No. And we start at noon, the restaurants will start serving at noon, and then we probably will stop the serving around 3:15, 3:30, so that the votes can be counted, because each individual gets to put their choice with a ticket into either the traditional or the non-traditional, and we're also asking the vendors to dress up their tents. So there's a prize for the best decorated as well as the best tasting.
Well, I love it. I hope people come out. I certainly will. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Do you mind if we
Absolutely,
take a bite?
please, dig
All right,
in.
I'm going to. Here we are. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
If you want all the details and if you want this recipe, just go to mymassappeal.com later today. Cheers.